And I'm gonna tell a funny story I never said before, right? And I hope he watched this shit. On my kitchen table chairs, while writing his song, turned up, making a beat.
He's practicing for the
turn
club.
around to my back, like he's on a chair. He's standing on my kitchen chair, like, yo, like.
Back on another episode, Suave and Friends, episode 9. Man, if you've seen the last episode, you've seen how shit gets crazy on here. I got a very, 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 very special guest, man. We've known each other for a little while. We were just talking off camera how, like, damn, this is our actual first real conversation. But, you know, y'all in for a special treat. You might have seen his credits on, I don't know, anybody in Florida in the last couple years. Yeah. You know what I mean? Shooting videos. You might have, I don't know, bought some crypto from him. You might have bought a beat from him by an AKA name.
Oh, yeah. You know a lot. You know a little bit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His beat name is Zom, but today I have with me Chek the Credits. Everybody give it up. Yo, Chek, give it up. Come on, what's that? Yo, Chek, nice to have you. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. Good to be here.
I hit you up yesterday. This is why I fuck with you also. I hit you up yesterday at like 1 a.m.
Thanks.
Responded back like 20 minutes later, like, when? I'm like, tomorrow. And he pulled and he was with it. He was available. Gave up an opportunity. You know, you can talk about it if you want it, but you know, more or less.
No, I didn't give it. I would have had you pull up to the shoot.
Okay, bet.
Let's do it there.
That's even more. I'm even more honored that you pulled up.
No, for sure.
With that intention too. So, yeah. Who do we have here? Chek.
Chek, man. Chek, Zom, whatever you know me as, but we working. Just know that, and it's good to be here, man. For real, it's a blessing. Thank you.
Where would people know you from? Like, what are some of you would say are like your biggest show tells?
I have no idea. The word on the street, I guess.
Word on the street?
Because I don't really actively. I try not to do. I just let the work do the talking.
Do you have any projects that maybe you met the artist or whoever the creator at first, and you maybe for the first time, and then you maybe didn't think it was gonna go somewhere respectively, or you know you didn't have expectations for it, and it did higher than what you thought it would do?
Yes, there was a time I shot for, and again, as a director, you don't get to hear me. I kind of stay tuned into I have a lot of songs that I'm listening to, creating treatments for, shooting for, editing. So I don't have a lot of time to listen to new artists.
What's a treatment for people who don't know?
A treatment is basically an idea for a song. Hey, let's do this, let's do that. A concept, a direction, I guess would be the highlighted word for the music video itself. But so you know, you busy with that as a director, so you don't really hear a lot of new artists coming up, and things of that nature. So I shot a video like 3-4 years, probably 4 years now, 3 years, I don't know. NASCAR, and it was for Matt Fuse. That's who actually booked me for the video.
Okay.
And it was like, yo, we got an artist here. He's really doing his thing. He's on a feature, and I shot that video. I still didn't know who the artist. I knew his name, Icy Narco, but I didn't do my research. Right. And it took off.
So we're talking about like 2016, 2017.
Yeah, a little. 2000, actually, like 2019.
Oh, so this is like later Icy Narco then.
Was it?
I don't know. When my experience of if you go through my old SoundCloud likes, there's like a few around the X era and stuff like that. So whatever
it's
era,
like 2018.
Right. Whatever year that was.
No, for sure. And then but I still didn't know who he was.
Right.
So I did my research after the video was out. Like, damn, why is this video going so crazy? It was like 1 million plays in like 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I was like, damn.
And this is organic.
That was the first. Yeah, that was like.
Yeah.
That's when I kind of got my first like.
Yeah.
And then right after that, Fabulous did a show here. Shout out my boy Bucky. He was the promoter for this event. He booked him, and he booked me to, you know, take the pictures and stuff. And Fabulous hit me up out of nowhere, like, yo, send me the pictures to my email. And he posted them and tagged me, like, and I was like, oh shit, and that shit just went.
Next day, the prices were not the same. The next day, the prices were not the same. I think we're kind of jumping into the middle. I want to know, start us from the beginning. Like, how do we even get to Fabulous?
Well, what got me booked for that? I remember I literally was on the road. I was on tour with Bigger Rankin.
Oh, take us all the way back, all the way back. Before you started doing videos, you were doing other things. You know what I mean? Start us from the beginning. Like,
he's taking me way back.
Like, how were you in school? Like, how did you get to music? Did you play the drums? Did you? You know what I mean?
So I ain't even gonna hold you. The day I graduated.
Are you from up north?
I am. I'm from Hartford, Connecticut.
Start from there. Start from there.
But that has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
This is an extreme late bloomer.
Okay.
I didn't know I was like. If you asked me when I was in Hartford, like, yo, what you gonna be doing? I'm hooping.
Yeah.
I'm in the NBA. You can't say nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm hooping.
Yeah.
You feel me? But the turning point to where I am now was the day of graduation. I graduated 12th grade. I was 17. And I was on a bus heading home. You know what I'm saying? We had the option to ride the bus or drive with my parents, right? I was like, I'm gonna ride the bus with the homies.
Like, fuck it, last time.
Homies.
The last ride.
This my guys, you feel me? And then shout out
everybody.
Felix, he was like the only dude I ever knew that. He made beats. He was already doing his thing, recording himself with Fruity Loops. But he was making Latin music, reggaeton.
Right.
But so like I feel like if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be sitting here. I promise y'all.
Right.
Because I didn't know anybody else that was in his lane that would have put me on this path, right? So he was like, yo, just pull up on me. And I pulled up on him one day. I wasn't even smoking or drinking yet, bro. I was 17 years old.
Right.
Pulled up on him. He's just making music, making beats, making music.
Do you remember what program and like?
Fruity Loops.
Was it a laptop? Was it janky?
It was a computer, an old computer.
Okay.
Bro. Old.
With the butt?
The tan, the old looking Jones is like.
Windows 2000 loads up and shit with
like when AOL
hills.
chat still on there. Listen, I'm in my 30s, guys. All right,
we showing our age right now. We showing our age right now, bro.
It's all good though. You feel me? Because this is where it's at. And I just took that. He gave me Fruity Loops. I started making beats, and making beats led to me producing for some guys like AR Restless and Restless J. I gotta highlight these guys because they was.
You do a lot of stuff with them, with that team.
You know what I'm saying? And when I first decided, AR was in the studio with me every single day, just making beats. He was recording to him, whether he used it or not.
Right.
Making beats, recorded to him. Making beats, recorded to him. And I'm gonna tell a funny story I never said before, right? I hope he watched this shit.
We're gonna make a clip out of it. We'll make a clip out of it. So make it good. You make it good.
Yo, this man AR Restless. Yo, he used to, I don't know why to this day, I promise you. I don't even think he could answer this question. He used to stand on my kitchen table chairs while writing his song Turned Up. I used to be making a beat.
He's practicing for the
club.
club.
To my back, like he's on a he's standing on my kitchen chair, like yo, like on his phone.
He's practicing for that VIP section performing.
Yo, and
couches, tables,
and it turned me up as a producer, like.
Right.
Let me put the snares like this.
Right.
Let me put a louder snare, you know? So, and I was like, yo, we got to film this shit. And wasn't nobody there filming it. So I just sold a beat for a camera.
Right.
And it turned into what it's.
So were you just went cold turkey on the beat making, and then that first time you got the camera?
I got a studio, and I was like, I'm going to be a videographer, producer. I don't see that in the industry.
Right. Do you remember what the name of the studio was?
Green Light Studios.
I pulled up over there one time.
Green Light Studios.
Actually, I think at least once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
It was dope. It was dope. When I pulled up, I think it was kind of still in the early stages.
It was private. Yeah, it was. I felt like, because I appreciated studios. I always wanted to have private sessions. I didn't like being in studios with like 20 people, 10 people.
Right.
It was just like, I just wanted to be in there with an artist, producer, maybe.
There's a cool little couch area, like dim lit with the different colors. When I went, it was like a no smoking thing. I don't know if that changed, but I mean that was still chill.
No.
I mean,
we couldn't smoke in there.
Yeah, but the door was I think like a couple steps away. So
you step right there.
Not a big deal.
You can still leave the door open at night. We had it to ourselves at night and stuff. So.
I remember that.
You know.
So you sold the camera, you sold the.
I sold a beat for a camera.
For the camera, and now where does your time go?
So I was still kind of just making more production. It was still more just me in studios with artists, and I was just filming all these sessions. And then once people started asking, how much for a music video? How much for a music video? I was just shooting music videos for RJ and AR at the time.
Right. What was the first one?
It never came out.
Okay.
And
so you shot one and it didn't come out.
Yeah,
okay.
The first one that came out was RJ. I don't remember the name right now. Forgive me. But it was like the beat started. Dun, 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 dun. I remember that. But
if you look back on that video, when's the last time you watched that video? That first one.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. But RJ had like a direction because RJ was shooting videos. Too.
Right.
People don't know that.
Here's what I want you to do. When you watch it tonight, I want you to, like, for real, before you turn it on, cut a camera on of yourself to get a pure reaction, like, and just give it some thought, like pause through it. You know what I mean? Like
it wasn't a bad
going
video.
back and this is how many years ago?
This was like 6.
Right. So
like touching on 6, right before 6 years. Yeah.
That's a long ass time.
Yeah.
And for something that you did that one video and then you said it started rolling in little by little. Would you say that you were shooting like at that point you were shooting videos every day or once a week or
no
once a month?
Again, I was just shooting videos for these guys, so
right.
I was barely doing that.
Right.
And when we got Greenlight Studios, what really turned it up, I said, all right, look, you could if you get a video, you get free studio time to record the song we shooting.
Ah, okay. Pushing the
you
videos,
and then that's what kind of got everything lit. The studio and then the videos itself. People just say, "I just want the video." I already got the song.
Right.
And then once that started happening, I couldn't be in the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
I seen that you were working with who's his name from Tampa. It's like Scumbag, Big Baby Scumbag.
Oh
like
yeah. We was on tour with
You
them.
did something with him, right?
Yeah, I did.
Tour?
Well, it was like a tour.
What point is this in the timeline? Like, are
this
we
is
close
like
to that?
This is like right before Greenlight Studios.
Oh wow, okay.
And I was like micromanaging AR and wrestlers, like
wow.
and RJ.
So how did that happen? Because my sister, I've shot her a few times. People know Skate.
Yes,
she was
Shout
really
out
big.
Skate, man. Shout out Skate. She was very heavy.
And that early
she was capturing all the moments.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
You go back. I don't know if I said this on camera before, but if you go back in one of the like prime performances of X, Look at Me, she's on stage. Yeah. Right. Just
remember
chilling
Skateboard?
In the back.
That's who we talking about, bro. He knows. He was part of that. He was. Yo, so y'all know Shot by Naf is in the background right now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who he is. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
but he was there, bro.
But yeah, I guess so. I guess everybody knows Skate, cause.
Hell yeah. Listen, she was. I don't know. She knows because sometimes, look, the last person to know is you.
Right.
And you was very significant capturing those moments. Those were like baby stages of what turned into be the ski mask, the XXX.
Right.
The Wi-Fi's. That was it.
Right. She has. She's told me memories of like, I remember picking up a ski mask and he just had like a bag on him and then like a Nintendo Switch or something like that or whatever you know handheld at the time. Yeah. I'm like, damn. I didn't even know at this time.
Yeah, we was on tour with those guys.
I think I was already in LA at the time.
Yeah.
So I'm not like really keeping up with her every single day, or I don't know what it was.
You might have been out here.
I went to LA. I started going to LA for the first time in like 2014ish.
Oh no.
So yeah, and I moved for sure like 2016, like right when shit started like really bubbling.
That's when it started pumping. Yeah. That's when it started pumping. I was just producing.
Right.
Locked in with all those guys. What was it? 211 Studios.
Okay.
111. What was it? The studio they used to. Bullshit.
It sounded familiar the more you're like saying the numbers.
You know what I'm saying? But I was in there,
111?
111 Studios, right? And that's where I met Danny Towers.
Right. Shout out them boys.
Shout out those guys, man. I was in there, man.
Man, so you had now we're at the point of Greenlight.
Right.
You sprinkled in some of the tour that you didn't mention to us that I brought up right before Greenlight, right? So after Greenlight, what's like the closing moments of Greenlight that you're like, you know what, like I'm moving on to something that maybe like it's a little bit better, I think, at the time.
I was on tour with Bigger Rankin.
Okay.
D-Boy, shout out D-Boy, rapper from West Orlando.
Right.
I hate to kind of categorize it.
Right. But it is what it is. What do you categorize as West Orlando? This
Orlando, Central Florida.
All right.
Central Florida.
Right.
It is what it is. But so yeah, D-Boy, he's lit, and that was one of my favorite artists. I never met him, never really.
Right.
And he posted something. He was like, "Yo, I'm going on tour. I need a videographer, photographer. Somebody tag somebody that's dope from the city."
Right.
And I woke up. Yo, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. This happened right after the Fabulous joint happened.
Okay.
So it made sense.
Right.
But I woke up the next day and it was like,
right.
Boom. And I was like, damn. So he hit me up and I was like, yeah, bro, let's do it. And he was like, we going on tour a bigger ranking. I was like, oh shit. You know.
And what is a tour like? So compare the what was Big Baby's Comeback, right?
No.
What is his name?
So Bigger Rankin was like he was like a tour DJ that he like Lil Baby toured with him.
I'm saying though, like the two tours that you did, one is probably bigger than the other, or like explain like the difference, like how many cities, you know what I mean?
Okay. Well, the first tour with you talking about the Ski Mask. It was Ski Mask. Big Baby was a part of that.
Okay.
But it was headlined by XXX.
I remember you just did a dope video for him. Yo, rest in peace.
You feel me? But he wasn't at any show.
Yeah.
You feel me? But Ski Mask was at every show.
Right.
He was tearing it down, and then Big Baby was like right under him.
And how many like cities is that? Like
that was like 4 cities.
What is like the regimen of someone where you were taking photos at the time, or video?
I was doing both.
Okay, what is like the regimen of someone who's going at that stage, and then compared to?
I got what you're saying. So it's basically well, from our experience,
right,
is you got to go ahead and get that van.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to have that budget for these hotels, or you're gonna be sleeping in that van. Mm-hmm. And it was 4 cities, day to day to day. So the 4 cities, it was like Friday show, Saturday show, Sunday show, then Monday it was Orlando.
Okay,
so we back home the last day. Right. I started in Tampa. I remember clearly we started in Tampa. Then it was Miami, and then I want to say
probably like Fort Lauderdale. They always do some shit like that, like real close, Boca Raton or some shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? It was some random. That one actually, I'm gonna tell you why I don't remember too clearly, because that show it was just like
crazy.
No, it wasn't crazy. It just didn't work out. Like, it was like shows canceled. So
now fast forward.
So now we pissed off when we get back home to Orlando. Like, yo, damn, there's a whole show we paid for that. Yeah, you already know that type of vibe. But we did the show in Orlando. We was home. That was like the best turnout for us.
Right.
You feel me? And then everything was good.
And now like taking that experience to the bigger ranking.
All right, so it's a little bit more demanding, right? Because he was like, all right, he was paying for my expenses.
Okay.
So he flew us out. The first tour, we did like 2 separate tours.
Right.
But the first one was Detroit, Chicago.
Kind of like a Midwest sort of thing.
Somewhere out there.
Madison, Wisconsin, and some shit like that.
Yeah, it was weird. But that randomness city was the most lit.
Right. People don't
go
there.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you feel
it makes sense.
It's crazy, bro. Like, it's wild. And we was on tour with Young Stacks, Two-Tone or Tone. He from Detroit. Shout out him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Young Stacks from Chicago, and D-Boy. And he was Bigger Rankin. Brought me in the room first day I flew out there. He was like, "Look, there's a story behind all of this. I'm getting to that, right?" But he said, I need a video for each artist by 12 o'clock every morning. And like, I'm like, cool. You feel me? I'm like, yeah, I got you. So we didn't get to the hotel till like 6 in the morning, bro.
I got 6 hours on the clock.
No sleep. I'm like this, like, no cap, bro. It was work, but I got it done. You feel me? And then that locked me in with Bigger Rankin,
right.
And you know what I'm saying. He was trying to, like, he was like making effort to like
push you.
Yeah. He introduced me to Rick Ross, 2 Chainz.
Wow.
This was years ago though. You feel
me? Did you ever get a chance to? I'm trying to figure out a way to say this right. Is the term A-list disrespectful? Right? Can we use that in a general term? Can we like?
I think you can use that in a term of like status quo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you worked with like that A-list, those A-list artists or creators?
I think I have, but I worked with them before they became A-list.
Okay. So who are we talking about?
Fredo Bang.
Okay.
I don't want to say him, right? Like Coach
Oh, he's on the mic
because he's still that's
so.
my dog, man.
Right.
But the reason But he came in. Let me tell you a little story about Coach. Shout out Coach Cheese. I'm gonna send this video to you. I'm gonna send it to you. But
hey, the kids know Coach Cheese, man.
Yeah, of course. But I'm very proud of him because there was a moment in the studio, and he was like, "Yo, I don't know." He used to record in green light, so everybody knows.
Right.
I'm recording studio, and I was shooting a few videos for him at the time. Right. This is when we're both like still kind of learning what we're doing now, and there was a time in the studio, because it was like at the end, and I'm explaining to him like, "Yo,"
right.
So he's like, "Yo, I don't know, man. It's either school or this."
Right.
Like I think he had a soccer scholarship. You feel me? He was real good at soccer. Probably still is. And I said, "Bro, you gotta follow your heart and just make sure you love. Just make sure you love what you're doing when you're waking up, bro.
Right.
Just make sure you're waking up, and even if it's not working out, you don't regret it because you loved it."
Right. Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I told him something along the lines of that. I don't know word for word, but it was something along the lines of that. And he stuck with this music shit, and he is where he is now. And
man, he's. Yeah. I mean, just from my like outside perspective, not knowing that story till now, like, you know, he got the TikTok songs. You know what I mean? Once you start like getting in that little niche, he had it figured out back then.
He knew what it took. It just took time to get there.
Yeah, I remember I had homies that would tell me about him. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, your homies tell you about someone new every single day, right?
Right.
So then I start seeing the social and shit. I'm like, oh, he's kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's bring it home to now. What is the demand now for Chek? Like, what is a shoot look like with Chek? Someone hits you up, says, "Hey, I have, you know, unlimited budget. Let's do a video." You know, a realistic unlimited budget, right?
Honestly, like it's like a
Like, what's your dream video? Let me change it to this. What's your dream video?
I don't know if I have a dream video. I don't know if I thought of it like that. I think I could say I'll listen to the song and
like, if you had the money to get the resources for whatever fucking flamethrower is coming out the ground,
I could get a flamethrower
grandiose firework display, like, you know, lions jumping out of fucking, you know, you know what I mean? Think big. Like, what is something that you would be like, damn, this would be crazy if I had, you know, if we were jumping out of an airplane shooting a music video or something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, it's so crazy right now. I can't say one thing.
Right.
Because you know why I can't say one thing?
Right.
Because I would have to hear the music, see the artist, and be like, "This is what we gonna do."
Right. So is that your process? That's a good.
And
that's a good question.
I can go crazy.
Right.
I can go crazy. Listen, I could go crazy.
Right.
I can go crazy.
So you have that's a good segue. You have no sort of like,
None.
Oh, today I want to do a medieval video. Let me, you know, like the Drake shit.
That's easy.
So you listen to the song first with the artist and shit, and then you start
the Drake shit with Future. You talking about?
Or just in
with
general,
them on the horses?
Just the idea of whatever the video is gonna be.
That's just costume, having some horses, having a little forest. I got that down the street. I know somebody with some horses. We gotta get the costumes and grade that shit to look like it's old school.
Right.
And we got a video.
Okay. So the idea just comes from, like, you can hear the video
some artists don't see themselves in that.
I got a question.
They don't want to be on a horse with a rope.
What's your favorite type of artist to work with?
Ooh, that is
an artist with an open mind that understands them.
Right.
That's my favorite artist to work with.
When has that not worked for you? Like, when has that
It doesn't work a lot of times because you work. I'm gonna be honest. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to name names. You know, I don't want to throw shit at nobody.
But it is what it is. Artists.
Like a situation where maybe you guys had conflicting ideas when you knew, like, you know, I shoot.
Well, I try not to conflict because I want to. Ultimately, you want to bring the artist's vision to life, which is the music to start with, and then if they have a vision of themselves, you can't just overlook that. You got to respect that.
Right.
And as I feel like every good director can say, okay, this is your vision. I can bring it to life like this. Right?
Yeah.
So there's really no conflict. I don't think I've ever had like too much of a. But
what have you done outside of music videos? I know you've done some. I think I've seen you do some sort of like promo. Like,
I've done commercials.
Put together. Have you done any sort of film? Any facet?
Not yet. But
short film even.
I've been procrastinating.
Right.
Keep it 100.
I know you do like some skits.
Yeah. I mean, I treat these music videos. Yo, you want to see a short film I done? Like, there's a few music videos you can see that.
Right.
I just dropped one with Tazzy. Shout out Tazzy, man. Go check that out. Yes, sir.
We'll throw some links on.
My makeup job was amazing.
I think that's interesting. Whenever you start shooting, especially in video, I feel like if you can shoot a music video, a lot of moving parts. You know what I mean? Like you said, you're coming up with the idea just from hearing something. I feel like if that's how it works, you could probably read a script or see a screenplay or a storyboard, and boom, be able to take that information the same way.
Depends what kind of director,
right?
You've been grooming yourself to be.
But you got to think he's saying in the sense of like we're so used to doing everything ourselves.
Yeah,
we got a paper in front of us telling us what.
Yeah.
Right.
But sometimes that's there during a music video.
Right.
You feel me? But it's like I feel like me personally, and I don't know if maybe because I haven't filmed a short film, a movie yet. Right. That's not a music video, but I feel like it'd be easier.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's easier. I feel like it'd be a lot easier than a music video.
When you do these skits, is it like kind of like a taste of that? Like,
oh yeah,
you're gonna say this with this emotion and do this way.
I don't watch a ton of music videos.
Right.
I watch a ton of movies and shit.
Right.
So that's what influences how I'm attacking what I'm shooting.
Perfect segue. Did you watch Black Panther?
Yes. It's an excellent movie.
Perfect segue. Let's get into some fun stuff. We'll talk about. I wanted to make sure I wrapped up the full story. I like to see. Like I said, I wanted to start all the way from. You said New Jersey, right? Hartford, Connecticut.
That's one born and raised. Yes, sir.
Hartford, Connecticut.
All good.
I wanted to start from there. Bring you all the way to here. I think those are all good stories to hear. People need to hear those stories. You know what I mean? People need to know that when they see you now, you know what I mean, pulling up in a.
Can't tell them too much right away because you want them to get the book later on. So
right.
I'm just.
You gotta write a book, but you know what I mean. Like if you tell them kind of the story, it's like, bro, it's not overnight. I'm not.
Oh no.
I'm not making videos and doing this and that.
I don't even feel like I've done too much yet.
It's not check the credits unless you have the credits.
Oh, well, that's true.
You got to have the credits to go back and check it. You know what I mean? What are you going to go back and see 1, 2, 3? No.
Right.
You got to see trilogy after trilogy. Now it's a dynasty. You know what I mean? Going and going and
There's
going.
definitely stages that happened.
Right.
There's building blocks. There's a foundation here that people don't understand, that people have very short memory.
Right.
People have very short attention span at the same time. Imagine that. Short memory and short attention span. So what are you really picking up and retaining, right?
Right.
But there's a foundation here that's like it's
I feel like when you build that up, when you have those credits, it's like you fall back, you're like, boom, I'm on top of all my credits. If there ever a moment
no,
where
for sure, I get it. I get it. But
you're like, damn, I got legs to stand on.
Right.
I got, there's some muscle in these legs.
Me as a producer, when I was coming up, I came up just like as you know me as a director.
Right.
I was known as a producer.
Right.
So it was like, okay, take that in hand. There's a ton of people that I was rubbing shoulders with in the studio with that pulled up on me that is now.
Right.
You know what
doing
I'm saying?
Thing, yep.
And the same thing is happening with the videos. You know what
right.
I'm saying? So there's a foundation that's like, there's not a lot of rooms I can say and not to remove the humbleness. Sometimes
right.
you have to do that.
Right.
There's not a lot of rooms that I can't just, I'm in there.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I've before we get too deep back into this, but someone once told me, he's like, how do you be humble and both humble and ambitious? I mean, how do you be both humble and ambitious?
Well, you gotta understand. You gotta realize where you at.
Right.
And that's being honest.
Right.
And sometimes being honest don't seem being humble to some people.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right. I feel like it's more their problem
than
yours. Than yours. Right.
Of course. You humble. Yeah, you gotta respectfully step on toes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like, excuse me.
Walking through the movie theater. When you pressing that gas, you might have to swerve around some people that's not, you driving with your brakes on.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't doing that here. So
I was talking about swerving through the movie theaters. Let's bring it back to the Black Panther.
Right.
Before everybody saw it, you saw it. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it.
It's all good. You gotta catch it though.
Spoilers. What'd you think about it?
It's a great movie. I think it didn't lose. It didn't miss beat from the last one. You'd be worried about the sequels.
Right, especially with everything at stake for this one.
The first one was a fire movie, right?
This one for the culture, like changed a lot. not to say that maybe it changed a lot of stuff, but a lot of people stood behind that movie. It was a phenomenon.
You know what? Something stood out against the first one too, because I think the first one you saw some Marvel characters. Am I correct? That was other than Black Panther. Am I tripping? Or?
Like some of the people crossed over, like the Ulysses Claw, the dude who like has the the South African dude. Yeah. Him. He jumps between movies. I think the white dude from this movie.
Yeah.
He was in it, but no like real superheroes.
They kind of
can't go there.
They kind of keep it
right.
And that's what's most impressive about these Black Panther movies, man. It's like they could carry it just with this dude.
That cast.
Yeah, it's great. It's a good movie. Good watch.
What did you rate it? 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10?
Yeah.
I give it an 8.5.
What were some like scenes that you remember like, oh shit, that part was hard?
All right, you know what part sticks out? I saw it with my daughter.
Okay.
Right. The part that sticks out, because I leaned over to her and kind of tried to instill like, understand this like that.
Right.
Because she, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
She's
you gotta tell like, yo, look at this part.
Right. So
what's this?
So it was like the part where she drank the medicine.
Okay.
She and she went. I guess the ritual, the dream, whatever that was,
brought her to
insight.
who?
Killmonger.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
She thought it was gonna be her brother or her mom. Oh, we fucking the movie up.
Yeah, we fucking it up. We put big spoiler alerts over this part. I'm gonna put it in the caption, but over this part in the beginning of this speech, I'm gonna put big spoiler alerts.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. But
skip forward a little bit if you want to.
We gonna talk about it though.
You know what's crazy? And I watched it the first night, right? Bro, I swear to God, the gasp from the room when they show Michael B. Jordan's face, like, if she goes around the corner and it's just perfectly cut, like, and then they show the whole.
Because they didn't expect it. Yeah. They didn't expect that shit, and
I was like, damn, that's an experience right here.
But it was like, it was a lesson to where it was like, know your intentions.
Right. Because she went in there with bad intentions, so he
and
came
that's
up.
why he came up. You didn't go in there with a pure heart like your brother had,
and he would have came up. What he said, oh, your brother was too noble, boom, and she's like, oh.
But it was a lesson also where you can't be too humble,
right?
Because that's how your brother got fucked.
Right.
That's how.
And then you got kidnapped yourself,
right?
Yeah.
So this dude, he was more on this side, but you got to find a balance,
right?
And I felt like that's what she found,
right?
Going through all of that whole experience,
yeah.
But you know, that's when I leaned over to my daughter. I was like, you see here, look.
Here's a lesson right here that you gotta learn.
This is what just happened. Hey. She didn't understand it. Like, you know, of course.
We gonna run this back on Disney Plus. There's a few lessons to be learned here.
That's the one that stuck out the most.
Man, I think it was dope. I like this one because it's like the Mexican community or like, Southern American Spanish community are really coming out for this too because they got the Namor in it. I thought his parts were dope too. Like he was kind of like they were scared of him. But they were scared of him.
I'm gonna spoil it a little bit. One more time.
It's cool. We put the alert.
It's just all cap. As a director, I'm like, wait a minute.
We put the alert.
I was like, hold on. I gotta say this. This is why it's an 8.5 and not like a 9.5.
Okay.
At the end, I'm a director that's gonna make sense. My favorite movies are like biopics, like Goodfellas. That's based on a true story.
Right.
Right. You dig? Like, you feel. #1 movie of all time.
I don't want.
Yo, Rich, come on.
I don't want to say this wrong.
We need to direct something together because
Goodfellas is like Michael Corleone, right? Or that's the wrong movie.
No, that's the wrong movie. It's okay.
I'm not good at Italian.
But that's when they we're not gonna get into
my gangster flicks are like Shadas and Boys in the Hood, and so those are my gangster flicks.
Boys in the Hood. Those are based off of just like real life experience.
Right. American, yeah.
So how the hell did the Black Panther get stabbed through the stomach with this big staff?
Right.
And she's okay, bro. I'm like, no. Then you on the ship like this, like what kind of? I'm like, hell no, you fucked up.
Look,
you damn near dead. So I'm like, nah, bro.
Hey, but when she freed herself, that very next scene though, he's about to touch the water and she jumps in front. What kind of whatever?
Yeah, dude. I got that on my story as a boomerang right before it happened.
That's hard.
Yeah.
She just cut the mask on and the flame just came. Oh man, I'm like, damn.
That was great.
You could feel the tension in the movie theater. Like, oh no,
you gotta
touch the water.
It was so cat, bro. Come on,
man.
Come on now.
So first of all, I give it movie first, right?
I'm like,
but also she has a suit on, so it protects her like to a certain degree.
I want to believe that. That's
and it's
what
vibrating, but it's vibranium on vibranium, so that's why she couldn't like maybe snap it. That's why she had to pull herself out, maybe.
Black Panther don't have regenerative powers.
True. True.
I'm so sorry.
So
but other than that, we just spoiled the movie. If you didn't see the movie,
she was saved by the plot line, basically.
Yeah,
basically.
That's what it was, man.
Saved by the plot line.
X-Men.
Yo, is this still on? I clicked the button. Okay, but X-Men. What you mean?
I didn't see the previews. I got in late. I ain't even gonna hold you.
No, there was no X-Men previews. He's tripping. Oh no, they did mention mutants in the movie. Yeah,
he said I'm a mutant.
So two big things that I took from the movie, right?
Okay.
When he's talking about his origin story, he says I was something, or he says either I was mutated or I'm a mutant, like I'm half mutant, half human, or something like that. Or he says I'm half of. Oh,
you're talking about the guy from underwater.
When he's they show his mom drinking it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, now I'm half human, half da da da, and then he's like, oh, I'm a mutant.
Right.
Or some shit like that, right?
Right.
And in the comic books, he's the first mutant ever.
Really?
Yeah, he's old as fuck. Yeah, he's the first mutant ever. Yeah.
That's a dude that's underwater with wings on his feet.
Right.
That shit crazy.
So there's that.
He can live underwater and in the air, and he can fly.
That's
He's
just
super
crazy.
fucking strong. Bullets don't affect him.
I didn't see the
Shit
plot line
crazy.
get into like how they defeated him, like what they used to do it. I didn't see that get into there. I'm like, damn, that's a smart ass.
That's Zuri, bro.
So the second thing I took from it,
Zuri's
when
been
Shuri
crazy.
was in the Riri's lab, right? When they walk in and get her stuff and go, she's looking at the board and she says, "Oh, Riri's in here building quantum da 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 da." Boom. That's how they travel between the universes and shit.
Right.
I'm watching this movie like this.
Damn, I didn't even pick up on that because I'm not even thinking about these other movies watching it.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm a nerd,
damn.
bro. I'm super caught up on everything. I watch all the shows, all the fucking movies, like.
That was good, but Marvel. That's how they.
Right, sneak little shits in here and there. What do you
real good Easter eggs.
We'll kind of keep it on a high note here. What do you think about the Drake and 21 album?
Yo, that shit is fire.
Right.
I fuck with more M's.
Right.
I just like how they was
like
flowing
that
on that shit.
Yeah.
But I think that whole album is dope. I think more artists need to do that. But yeah, I rate that 9 out of 10 for sure.
I haven't. I'm honest with you. I'm gonna probably have to go either 9.5 or 10. Honestly, I'm gonna say 9.5 because if it was a 10, I would have said 10.
I give it that too. Yeah,
I'll give it 9.5. I had no skips.
No skips.
Even on the soft songs, they're still like a bop.
They still
you know
bopping because he talking that shit.
Right.
It's like Drake said, "I'm gonna just say whatever the hell I want, no filter."
And nobody's gonna tell me,
Nobody
God,
gonna
you're gonna talk about it. And now all the people that think about all the stories you've seen and all the articles of everybody who shouted out, Megan Thee Stallion, blah, 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 all the bad ones lasted 2-3 days in the web, and now it's like this is the greatest album that Drake dropped.
Time.
Yeah, or whatever.
This is the greatest 21 Savage ever sounded.
Right.
That's what I see a lot of. Like, yo, this is the best I ever heard 21.
Right.
And it was just he had to step up, really. But
I fuck with it. I started. I think I was still up like when it came out, like right that night. I'm like, oh, let me just put it on. Bro, I'm just laying in bed, had tunes in. I'm like, this shit is crazy right now. Like, I'm gonna put it in the car the next morning, bro. Blast that shit loud.
I ain't even go. I heard it like.
Yeah, we were bumping in here. Yeah. 2
days later, I heard it. Like, I didn't hear it right away.
Right.
And then we was at a video shoot, and they was
yeah
banging that, just slamming that shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this shit is
all bops.
I heard 21 Savage saying some shit. I was like, oh, these niggas is like. I felt like every song was a diss record to somebody specific.
Yes. We were talking about the there's one called Privileged Rappers.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm like, is he talking about Osiris?
He might. I mean, he could be. But you know why he's so fire? Because he's talking about a lot of them.
Yeah.
He's talking about a lot of these dudes.
He said Privileged Rappers. Something.
But look.
Haven't made a drop since you came out.
Can I tell you a story about Osiris? That's so funny. He came up.
Let's know
I got to, bro. On a bigger ranking tour.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville was one of the spots that we checked on the second leg of the tour.
Right.
It was Florida.
Right.
And he was one dude that ran up to the tour bus. Yo, what up, Bigger Rankin? What up? Oh, Bigger Rankin. Yo, take a picture in the club. Take a picture. That annoying young dude.
That's how he got up.
I swear to God,
Can't be mad
bro.
at it. Can't be mad at it. Man, one of the funniest things.
I'll never forget it.
That video where he jumps in the ice bath.
He was going for it, bro.
That video where he jumps in the ice bath, hilarious.
Bro.
Don't touch me. And the one where he has to fucking basically sing for Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
For bread.
Dying.
Yeah,
Yo, if you sing it right now, I'll let you free of your 65 or however many racks you owed him. He's like, well, I bet. We're going to get to singing.
How do you owe so many people? I don't get it. But anyway.
He made money off that, yeah.
We're not even going to turn that into this.
Right.
but
album was good.
He definitely worked for his. I don't think he's a privileged rapper at all.
Who do you think he's talking about then in that rap?
A lot of. I mean, bro, who do we know? Like we don't even know these niggas.
Maybe just bullet with no name type
there,
shit.
Bro,
yeah,
they in there, so they know like just like
general, yeah.
Like okay, let's throw a name out there. Like what's his name? Jaden Smith. Your dad's Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I hate to say that, right? Damn, I shouldn't. Yo, bleep that. But you know,
it is what it is. It is what it is. I think the bleep.
Yeah.
Hey, I think
it's the shit that come back 5 years later. Like, you a privileged rapper, nigga.
Hey, you wanted to do a song with so and so, and now
though, that's what he's talking about.
Right.
Just keep it a stack.
I think the bleep is gonna be even funnier than the name, anyways.
I mean, come on now.
Right. Man, I think that's crazy. Yo, this is kind of a shitty segue, but we lost a lot of people in this last week, man. I mean, we lost Takeoff. We lost.
His funeral was yesterday. It's yesterday.
Yeah. We just lost. I think yesterday. Are you familiar with like comedians? Gallagher, with the watermelon smasher guy.
I can't say no.
He looks like Mario, like a plumber guy with the hair out like that, like. And his thing on stage for the last like 50 years or however long.
Word?
Yeah, he's been in the game for a while, like a long ass time. Well respected is just
Aaron
like smashing
Carter.
Aaron Carter. Oh man, that one was tough.
Back in our day, yeah.
Right. I love Candy. Hey, I'm gonna keep it even more real.
Man, he was ratchet, bro. Like he was like.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
He was one of the first pop stars to support rap culture.
Right.
Facts. Like you got to respect Aaron Carter, man.
Right.
Rest in peace, Aaron Carter.
Did he do that before Justin?
Yes, absolutely. He was definitely, bro, before Justin Bieber. NSYNC, bro.
No, Justin Timberlake.
Oh, yes, I think he did. I think he made it okay. I think Aaron Carter
paved the way for.
Because you know why he made it okay though. You know why it was cool? Because he was a kid. So it was like
Oh, they were still in sync and shit while he was solo.
I forgot somebody's little brother.
Nick Carter. Backstreet Boys. Right.
Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys.
That's crazy, man. I seen his No Jumper interview.
Bro.
Yeah.
Right here from.
I think they're from here, right?
From Florida, Orlando. They recorded at I ain't even gonna say because I might get it fucked up.
Right. Did you?
No.
Yeah, Green Light. They recorded at Green Light.
I wanted to say Plush or Real Feel, but I'm probably fucking that up.
Did you see like kind of like the big No Jumper videos that he had?
No. I can't say I have. Who you talking about?
Aaron Carter.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he had some big videos with Adam, the one-on-ones, and they were crazy, and just it was crazy to see like how like my picture of him. I was gonna say earlier, if you remember when he did the Lizzie McGuire crossover, he popped up on Lizzie McGuire, was singing in movies and shit, and it was Aaron Carter doing some like Christmas special shit.
Oh shit!
It was hard. It was hard.
I don't remember that.
But so you remember I remember him kind of like in that lane, and then he pulls up on Adam 22. Now he got tattoos on his face, and talking some crazy shit.
I didn't even know he had the tattoos on his face. I seen recent photos. I didn't even.
Right.
I didn't
there.
Sit here.
One question I wanted to ask you, and this is a great segue talking about podcast to podcast. You were just on a really, really, really big podcast.
Oh yeah.
Recently. Talk to me about that. How did that first come up? First of all, and then take me to get in there.
In Miami, bro. Those guys, shout out.
Fresh and Fit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say
the names.
Fresh and Fit. Yeah. But Fresh and Fit podcast, and that was a dope experience, man. Shout out 1090 Jake and Ratchet.
Right.
First and foremost.
Right. We might have a special appearance in the near future.
Should.
You know what I mean?
Ratchet, you need to pull up, man.
Hey.
Yeah, pull up though. Ratchet, a humble dude.
Here's what it was, and we've already talked about it, so that's why I'm okay talking about it on camera, right? My whole thing was, how do I look just going like, oh yeah, I'm 3 episodes in, like, yo, can you come on my show where it's not really built up yet? To versus like now, like I have more legs, to stand on. I have some traction moving.
Show him some.
Right, and it's gonna be like I wanted to. If it's not the social of obviously his is gonna be way more than mine, but I wanted to at least look good to the point where it's like
I think you look good enough.
But his people want to watch, or the content's good enough to watch.
I think you look good enough.
Right, appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna tell you something. His people gonna tap into any content he drops. That's where he's at right now.
Right.
So it's like, just go ahead and just, and he got to understand that too.
Right.
But
he
every platform is a good platform.
We talked about it, and he was like, "Yo," first thing he said was like, "What the fuck? Like, why are you thinking like that?" Basically, and I'm like, my whole shit went.
Yeah, he humble,
like,
bro. He humble.
And he was like, "Bro, you shouldn't be thinking of that." He's like, "We gonna make it dope." He's like, "If your shit's not popping by the time we do it, we're gonna make it popping." I'm like, "Oh, that's respect right there."
But
yeah,
that's where he's at, bro. He got a following. He got eyes on him, and
right.
He can make some shit move.
We were talking about this earlier. He's one of those people who's not afraid to show someone some video editing shit, to show someone in this aspect.
No.
To get on the podcast, to do whatever. He's not afraid to do that.
No.
I think he's one of those people that understand, like, bruh, money is printed. You know what I mean? There's not like a cap on money. Like, there's money for everybody.
And real quick commercial. This is why you should download Webull app and
get him on the solo.
Trade stock options. You understand? Trade options and day trade. Again, this is a daily bread info.
Do you have like a promo code or something?
No, but hit me up and I will send you that link.
Okay.
I will send you that referral link. So get me right. You heard? And listen, Webull app. Let me know. Check the credits. Subscribe. I will get you right. Day trading.
No. I wanted to ask you. So you said that it starts in Miami for this Fresh and Fit adventure. How do you get to like link with these dudes? And bro, you on stream with them?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? And that's an audience.
That was crazy.
That's a crazy.
I didn't expect that. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out those guys again, man. I didn't expect that. Yep. But again, shout out first and foremost 1090 Jake.
Right.
And
doing big things,
Ratchet,
man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 1090 Jake.
Respect him for real. Respect him for putting someone on who,
come on, bro,
like is from my neighborhood type shit. You know what I mean? Like
facts, because
that feels crazy.
Because he put him not only on that one, he put him on Say Cheese. I mean, I'm sorry, Say No Jumper.
Right, that was a big one.
Ratchet been on Say Cheese.
That was a big one. I seen no Ratchet Jumper right after that.
No facts, and
I'm like, yo,
shout out. You know what I'm saying? Those guys over there, West Coast, going crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
So you link with them, and then what do they say? Hey, we're going to this, and that, or you don't know what's coming up when you get there, type of shit, or?
Oh no, they know exactly how. This
right.
This podcast was planned for like probably days, weeks.
Okay.
Like,
so you were just kind of along for the ride, type of shit, like.
I was already filming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whenever 1090 Jake liked to move, when he got something crazy going on.
How is that work environment there?
Huh?
How is their work environment like? Because that's like I said, big scale. So how is it to see? Because you got that mindset of front and behind the camera.
I mean, yeah, they shit pretty set up.
Right.
But you know it's a set.
Right.
So it ain't like they moving in.
Exactly.
It's a set. So
adding
none of that shit moving.
Away.
Exactly.
Right.
They got it there. They got the audio team there.
Right.
They got the video team there. They got like 7-8 cameras.
Damn. And how was that? Like, what was I'm not gonna. I seen the clips from it, but like I didn't watch the whole thing. You know, streams are long as hell. Sure. Well, how long like were you there for? Like, did you get like involved in any of the conversations?
We was there for a minute, bro. Yeah, we was there. I mean, the first half, like you seen us, but the second half where they had the girls on,
right?
I was just kind of more behind the scenes with it, but we was there for a few hours.
That's dope, man. That's crazy just to see. You know, obviously you seeing kind of both ends of it. Like, you know, this is where we coming up right now, but we're gonna be there one day.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
Sure. You just got to be consistent,
right?
And just know where you trying to go with this. That's so important, bro. I feel like a lot of people don't get where they going. They don't even know where the fuck they want to go.
Right.
How you gonna get there? You don't even know where you're going.
Right.
So it's like you gotta know where you want to go. Like there's levels.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like know where you want to go with this.
Exactly.
And just see it through. It's not hard.
I feel like I see this as the main ship right now, right?
Right.
I have ideas like coming up, my next couple of episodes, like I was telling you before, like I have some ideas for that. I'm going to be shooting in New York coming up soon, back at WTF.
Right.
But I want to also do some like, how many times I watch people who do go to restaurants or little food spots and make a video out of it. I'm like, now my mind's on content for everything. So with this main ship, I'm thinking about all the little small ships I can send off. And then when I do those small things, I can come back to the main ship and talk about like, hey, this is, I went to this restaurant the other day.
If you can operate those small ships without leaving the main ship, do so.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, I want to keep coming back. There's, I have all the small ships always return. You know what I mean? So, and then it'll keep it going. Like the steam from this is already going. People, I hate to say this because I'm stumbling on that line of humbleness and honesty, right? honestly, people
honest,
are dead ass hitting me up to come on the show, right? People are straight up hitting me up. People I don't know. People who are like just following me for the first time after a share or something. Like, yo, I do music, I do this, I do that. Kind of come on, and like my first gut reaction is like, damn, I have so many people in mind that I want to get on, and then it's like, this is what I asked for, kind of. Like, this is kind of what I asked for. And now it's starting to happen. I don't realize it, but I'm starting to realize it.
When you start feeling overwhelmed,
right,
it means you're growing.
Right.
Deal with it. Adapt,
right.
Get better. Do more. Work harder.
Yeah.
When you start feeling overwhelmed, you probably got to work harder.
Right. I always feel like I'm not doing enough, and I always feel like I could do more. So I think I'm in a good mindset.
Stop sleeping, and that time you're not sleeping, yo, really pay attention to what you're doing on the clock, right?
Right.
Just like really pay attention to what you're doing. There's 24 hours in a day. Think about that.
Right.
Bro, listen, there's 24 fucking hours in a day, bro. How long it take you to edit a video, Rich?
Like an
hour.
It's 24 hours in a day. That means you just told me with rest, I only sleep like 3-4 hours a day. That's what my body tells me. You know, when everybody wakes up in the middle of the night, guess what your body's telling you? We're rested.
Right. We're ready.
Rise up. It could be 4 or 5 in the morning, bro.
Like, fuck it. Start doing something.
Your body's good. Go. You know what I'm saying? And look, you just told me you can edit 18 videos. Let's just add rendering time.
Right.
You can edit 15 videos in one day.
Right.
At least 5, huh?
Right. Shooting, and you add some shooting, and maybe it goes down a little
cap.
more or less.
Yo, Rich, you just told me you can edit 5 videos a day. I'm about to hit Rich up for video. Yo, Rich edited every video that I shoot.
Hey, what are we gonna call this?
About to be lit.
I'm gonna throw it.
Yo, Rich, how much you charging for? Watch this financially now. How much you charging to edit a video? Realistically, if you had to edit a video,
someone out the blue emails you, hey, I need this, and that. How much are you?
Music video, yeah.
What's the range you shooting for?
I need the best version. Every single music video, I need the best.
1,000 to edit.
Okay.
Go ahead. You got speaking of.
We're doing 1,000.
So
like
5K
cinematic.
a day.
1,000 per edit.
Yeah.
So 5K a day.
Yo, he's lit. He just told me he could make 5,000 a day.
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
You see that? There's 24 hours in a
Hella
day.
scenes.
So look, my whole point of that is people will have a lot more excuses than actual like results.
Right.
And it's like, yo,
right.
I sleep too. I got 2 kids.
Right.
I'm doing shit. Like I'm busy, but guess what? I get a lot done.
Right.
So when people are like, I don't know, bro, it's like, all right, look, you got some shit to do, but that shit probably only gonna take you 6 hours.
Right.
That means you got 18 hours.
Even with a 9 to 5, that's only
Bro,
8 hours of the day.
Shit, bro. I'm sorry. That's how I see.
Right.
Because I'm living this world. I live in the same 24 as everybody else.
Right.
You dig? So it's kind of like with that in hand, setting your goals.
Right.
How can you not reach them?
Right. We were talking about earlier, like small goals. You know, small goals always lead to bigger goals.
How can you not reach them?
People have like these grandiose dreams to just jump right to fucking TMZ, and you know what I mean? And they're like, yo, you gotta
work your way up.
Yeah.
What's the local TMZ?
Right.
Who's equivalent?
What's the local TMZ? 407 Florida Crazy or Florida Crazy 407, however it is.
Holla at
Those
them.
are my dogs.
Get at them.
Right.
I need to get at them.
All right, yo.
I need to.
They're fire.
He just put me on.
They're fire. They're like a side talk version, you know, Bing Bong and shit like that of Orlando or Central Florida.
Word.
Right.
See,
They're
dope,
fire.
Man. That's dope.
Yeah, man. I think it's dope. I think just being realistic, like we were talking about stuff, being realistic about your goals, setting realistic goals, making them attainable.
Right. Absolutely.
I feel like when you start seeing more stuff, and the more you go, like the bigger your plans get, right? Like, damn, I've done, X amount of years or X amount of episodes, or X amount of videos. And now it's like my brain wasn't in the same place I was at episode 1.
When you meet a person that thinks that way,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know they on the right path, because it's like it's never gonna be. You can say right now, just I wanna have a podcast like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Fresh and fit.
Right.
I want my shit to be 8 cameras.
Right.
They got a nice condo and a
hella camera set up.
High rise is crazy.
Mics everywhere.
Feel me?
Yeah.
They have a bunch of girls random just
always
on set, just eye candy,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Right? But
call it eye candy.
But when you get there, guess what? They want some.
Yeah.
Me being there,
yeah.
hearing they're on their way to get something bigger than
Yep.
that.
Yep. I feel like everybody
they're
has
already. So now it's like, all right, what's next? Can't be there all day. Can't be there forever, right?
Right.
You got to grow your situation to grow your situation.
Right.
So based on your
the
situation,
right?
So
I feel it's all like stepping stools, or ladders to higher and higher things.
But like you said, day by day
Right.
goals. Those are the stepping. Those are the stepping blocks you're talking about.
Right.
Like the little
stepping stones.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Whatever. Man. I forgot to do this in the beginning of the episode. I'm gonna do this now in closing here, man. I got some merch here for each and every one of my guests. I appreciate you. Can we get a big round of applause for Chek right now? Everybody behind the camera, give a big round of applause, please. Yo, I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Hit him with the number one draft pick with the hat.
Yo, come on, man. Number one draft pick. We number one.
We're the number one draft pick here.
Yo, man, I would like to thank my moms. Thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I wanted to say, man.
Thanks for having me on.
Yo, for real.
Thank you.
For real.
Good
Cop
time.
it up.
Good
Cop
time.
it again. This is a good ass episode, man. Like I said in the beginning, I wanted to get you on, man. I feel like I told you before, I'll tell you now on camera too, you're definitely a legend, bro. You're, what you said, 6 years in the game, and it's like, it don't even feel like 6 years. It feel like you've been in this bitch for forever. I mean, since you haven't had a dope video in Florida if you don't have one from Chek. I'm going to say that right now. And that goes for anybody. That goes for the Rick Rosses. That goes for the,
yes,
the A-listers.
Look, man, there's one thing I don't do. I don't chase the clout. I don't chase the opportunity.
Right.
I work. I do what God got me up. He wake me up to
right.
fulfill a mission. And I make sure I wake up and
right.
I do what my heart tells me to do every day, man. And we here, we living, we well, and we thanking God every day.
That's good, man.
For sure.
Yo, that's a wrap for episode 9, man. Again, yo, I really appreciate you, Chek. Thank you so much for coming out. We gonna.
Sir.
You don't even know what the next
yes, sir.
The future holds in store for what could be coming up, man. I don't know, Chek and Friends, Chek and Soul, Chek the Soul.
Now and forever, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, back there going crazy.
Hey, come on camera real quick.
Yeah, facts. You got to, bro.
Just give it,
sit down.
Give a quick shout out just for the end of the video here. Give a quick shout out.
What's up, people?
Who we got here?
Shot by Nav.
Director in Central Florida.
Let's go.
Y'all need to get a video with my dog.
Hell
yeah. Yo, we're going to do I'm going to do another event soon. I know a lot of y'all came out to the Halloween event too. That was lit. I want to say I really appreciate that. I didn't really get to that through the video, but man, I this is growing every single day, and just to have new people. It's Suave and Friends where, I might have some old friends, might have some new friends, you know what I mean? Might have some really old friends, so it's all about meeting people, and in my head I was like, yo, any sort of creative, I want to talk to him. So we're going to link up on an episode soon, man. And
can you rock the hat?
Can we yeah, you can actually have that. We can all look into the camera right here. I close out every video like this, man. We're going to point at the camera and just say Suave and Friends, kind of like, whenever you're ready. 3, 2, 1, Suave and Friends! Yes, sir.